It can only be attributable to human error.
You're entering parallel.
He meddled in things that you
Form
He meddled in
slug.
things. He meddled in things.
Where will we go next? This phantom from another time.
No one but the
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over.
That is one big pile of shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Cryptid Campfire. I am Jasmine.
And this is Alex.
And this is Eli.
And today we are talking about El Chupacabra.
The goat sucker.
The goat sucker. Known for drinking the blood of exclusively livestock.
Mostly goats.
Mostly goats.
Sometimes cattle.
Sometimes cattle.
And sometimes chickens.
Yeah, I was going to say, he gets chickens sometimes too.
Yeah, because why the hell not?
Yeah. He likes his white meat and his dark meat.
For the longest time, when I was younger... Is that a song?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a song. For the longest time, as like a kid and like a teenager, I thought there was only one Chupacabra. Like El Chupacabra, as in the Chupacabra, as in the Chupacabra.
Yeah, just the one, yeah.
Only recently, as an adult, did I learn that it's like a possible species.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Could be at least like 3 or 4 of them.
I'm glad I acted surprised at that because I did a lot of research for it. I knew that, but I still acted surprised. I'm sorry for lying and deceiving you, my friends.
This episode's off to a great start so
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. So I guess we just go to our first sighting.
Yeah. It happened in March 1995.
Surprisingly recent.
Yeah.
Again, I thought that this was like a long-known myth, legend,
Yeah.
mysterious creature.
He's-
Nope, he's from the 90s.
What, 23 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, 23 years.
Yeah, he's only been around for 23 years. First day made his debut in March 1995 with at least 8 sheep that were drained of blood.
Yeah.
Each with like 2 puncture marks.
I got 3 puncture
3?
marks.
Oh, okay, 3 puncture.
In the chest.
Yeah. 2 to 3 puncture marks in the chest. They were like completely drained of blood. And then I believe he kind of made some appearances in the next couple months. And then the next main one was August 1995. And it was like a total of 150 animals up to that point that
Wow.
had been killed.
That's a lot.
And I believe August 1995 is when we actually get a description of the Chupacabra. It's this woman, Madeline
Tolentino.
She's the one who makes... I guess she saw it outside of her window, I believe. Or she,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know where she was, but she saw the Chupacabra. She described him as being 4.5 to 5 feet tall. About.
Okay.
Big oval head. I believe in her report she says black eyes.
I've only found red eyes.
Yeah, everyone says red eyes, but
Yeah.
one thing I was reading said that she saw it had black eyes.
Oh.
And then everyone else starts saying it has red eyes.
I'm not sure about that.
So, going back and forth, maybe it was blinking at the time.
Chupacabra, if you're listening, can you please send us a selfie via Twitter so we can see what color your eyes are? Thank you.
Yeah.
He's got spikes, starting from his head all the way to his back. Possible tail. I believe she said he didn't have one, but other people say he has a tail. Sometimes it even has wings.
Yeah, one theory I heard is that the spines protruding from its back turn into some wings. Like
Yeah.
some sort of wings.
I saw some descriptions that have it with and without.
Yeah.
But going off of just Madeline Tolentino's description, no wings. It looked kind of like it had reptilian skin. It had really long, thin arms. Had at least 3 fingers or claws, and had no ears, mostly kind of like lizard black holes. And the most distinguishing feature, no genitalia. She made it like a big point to be like he had no genitalia.
How close did she inspect that, though?
Well, that's the thing, is because she said she saw it. Actually, I don't know. She doesn't say how far away it was when she saw it. But I guess good enough to see that. I guess she was checking to see if it had genitalia. which is always the first thing you need to look for if you're
Face to face with
face to face with a cryptid or any strange phenomenon.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
So I'm sorry, Chupacabra, but Madeline Tolentino's calling you out.
I guess so. This is what I got. This description of the Chupacabra is problematic because Benjamin Radford, in his book Tracking the Chupacabra, what this woman saw, how she describes it, is almost verbatim the 1995 film Species Sill, who looks just like the description that you just described.
Yeah,
looks
I know
exactly-
that
yeah.
gets brought up. Species. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Yeah, I have not.
Yeah, it's about aliens that come to Earth.
A movie.
Yeah,
We're
it's a
talking
movie.
About a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come out as big old gross monsters, and they turn into sexy ladies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I'm pretty sure I want to say the sign of Sill. I could be wrong if I'm misremembering the movie, but I think that one has boobs.
Okay.
And she left that out of the
Oh
description.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, because no genitalia.
Yeah,
I
no
guess that doesn't
genitalia.
count
Oh
as
my
genitalia.
God.
Well, not. I'm just saying the design of the monster from the movie. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure has boobs. So she
Alright.
left that. She misremembered the movie.
Well, this is what I heard. This comes from Benjamin Radford.
Oh dang.
That he got it from Madeline Tolentino that she had seen this movie prior to seeing the Chupacabra,
Yeah.
and not only that she believed the events of the film were actually happening in real life.
Okay.
So
It's a good thing she didn't see Predator, or
yeah,
else the Chupacabra would have looked like the Predator, which would have
Right.
been pretty rad.
yeah, it would have been cool. But this could be either she's making it up, she actually saw it, or it's a tulpa.
And what
Oh.
is a tulpa?
The tulpa is when like you believe in something so much that it just like manifests itself.
Hey.
Speak it into existence.
Did you guys
Yeah,
ever see that
kind of.
movie, The Entity?
No.
Nope.
That's what it is.
Oh,
These.
spoilers.
Yeah. Spoiler. No one saw it though.
Okay.
No one's seen this movie, but if you get a chance, go check it out. It's about a group of people who get together to describe like a ghost for a school project,
Mhm.
and then they make it real and it kills them all.
Oh.
What year was this movie from?
I think it's a few years ago, at least like 2013, 14
I
maybe.
might have seen this.
Yeah,
Is there a
it's
scene where they like set up a camera and they're talking about?
yeah.
And it's- I think I might have
there-
seen this.
There's somebody famous in it from around that time. I want to say
You
maybe,
said it's called Entity?
I believe so.
The Entity?
Not The Entity. It might be Entity, because that's 82.
2012?
Yeah, that might be it.
Mm. This is such a weird. We got.
That
off
might
on
not
it.
be it. Or it might be The Apparition.
Oh well,
I-
there's a movie out there about it, tulpa.
yeah. Getting back on track now that we derailed. We'll remember that movie too, and we'll let you know. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's The Apparition. Jasmine has it on her phone. That's the picture.
That's the picture. Yes, all of us listening are going to be able to see this picture
Just Google the apparition.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance, go check it out.
for the fully immersive cryptid campfire
Ashley
experience.
Green.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The point we're making is that the first ever sighting is pretty weak. Of the Chupacabra.
Yeah. and
Not of
one-
the apparition.
And, that,
Not of Ashley Green.
No.
Madeline Tolentino chose a real subpar movie to make a tulpas be real from.
yeah, for real. So, I guess the next segment. Wait. There's
wait.
more history for this.
Nope, that's it.
No, because
23
the
years.
appearance, it changes.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's a weird alien thing for about 5 years, 95 to 2000, and then it just turns into a dog.
Yeah, a dog
just-
with mange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolf. Hairless Mexican dog is what I read about.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of things like where they think, oh yeah, we found the Chupacabra, but it's not.
Yeah, it's just a dog. It's a
Yeah.
coyote. May 2004 in Texas.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's a rancher hanging out on the ranch.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking, he's surveying, and he sees a weird animal on the edge of the ranch eating from a mulberry bush, and he's like, "What the heck is that?" So he shoots it and kills it.
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Texas, that's how they do it.
It's like how they did it in King Kong.
And then it turns out it was, I believe, a coyote with mange.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a pretty big coyote too, but still, it's one of those things where you can tell it's a dog.
Right.
Like right from the picture, you can tell it's a dog.
Right.
Not
But like dogs don't suck blood though. That's my only problem.
Yeah.
With that. It's like
And dogs rip and shred food.
they do.
They don't just like suck out the blood.
Right.
I think I read something about if a coyote or something like that does have mange or is sickly or weak, that it's easier to prey on animals like that, like on
Like
cattle
goats and stuff.
And sometimes, even though the animal might not eat what it kills, like, I don't know. I forget
Right.
exactly.
It doesn't eat it.
Right.
Right. It's like sometimes it's too weak or something, or
Yeah.
it sustains injuries.
Yeah.
But the blood's still gone. That's.
Well, when you puncture something
But
like that and it bleeds out.
But they don't find the blood around the area.
Oh,
That's,
Yeah, it's not
So
like
like
a pool
where
of
like
blood.
That
unless
is
it just
true.
chilled until it bled out completely and then
Yeah.
just drank it all up.
I see where the mystery lies.
That is the mystery. And so, yeah, so we're talking about theories now. Well, another theory, not just mange, but coyotes with Sarcoptes scabiei, which is a parasitic mite which causes scabies.
Mm.
So they have little fur, they have thickened skin, and they have a rank odor. And so, just like what we just talked about, they're weakened, so they attack livestock instead of actually hunting. But they might be so weak that they just kill it.
And the smell, because some people say that there's like a sulfur smell
Right.
lingering around when the chupacabra like attacks livestock.
Mm.
But I don't know if the smell is sulfuric when it's like a mangy dog.
I'm not sure.
I would assume it's more like
There's only-
stinky BO.
There's only one way to find out. And that's to go.
And that is the
infect the
very
dog.
own chupacabra we brought into the
Oh
audience.
god, yeah.
We found a mangy dog outside.
And in the end of this episode, we're gonna have the alien chupacabra and the dog chupacabra fight
Duke
each
it
other.
out.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
Also, one description of the chupacabra is a large reptilian kangaroo with very red
Yeah,
eyes.
that's what I got. Yeah, large
Yeah, 'cause it's
reptilian
got, like,
kangaroo.
Yeah, which sounds adorable. Because kangaroos are pretty funny looking.
Yeah, they are.
They can be intimidating though.
Yeah, they're like horrifying but also adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But what if a chupacabra had like a baby chupacabra in a pouch? That would be amazing.
Why are you doing this?
What?
Why? You're making it like likable.
Well, the chupacabra is likable.
Yeah, I would. One of the things that I had wanted to ask when we talked about this is like, what do you want the chupacabra to be? Like, do you want it to be a vicious monster who like kills things?
I want it to suck. I want it to be a central North American vampire reptilian kangaroo.
All right, so you would be happy to discover that it was indeed that, rather than just being like a sweet kind of puppy-ish
Yeah,
thing
it's
that
like
is
like the
is a
mascot of
carnivore.
cryptozoology
Well, like
behind
no,
Bigfoot.
you mentioned like it's got a little chupacabra in the pouch.
Yeah.
But that's like a vampire too. So like it's cute, and then you get close to it and it's like and bites you, and then you're dead.
But there's no recorded human history attacks. They only attack goats.
That's
and
right.
cows
They
and sometimes
yeah.
chickens. Pigs too. They
right.
found some pigs that got
I wonder if you were
nibbled
to
on.
if you were to find a chupacabra and then like slap it around a little bit, if you could provoke it to attack you.
Or wouldn't
It
why
would
wouldn't you
just-
just try to domesticate it? You know, like make it friendly.
Domesticate
Yeah.
a chupacabra. That would be pretty wild.
Yeah, a little baby chupacabra pet. I bet it'd be like a sugar glider.
Sugar what?
Like the sugar gliders. They're like the little baby
Those
monkeys.
Those look very different than what we're describing.
But what if a chupacabra was like that, to where like it would just hang on you and wouldn't leave
But
you?
they're huge.
The babies.
Okay.
get the
Well,
baby
some
first, and then it
descriptions of
gets bigger.
chupacabra are like 3 to 4 feet.
Right, but still, I mean, the average
That-
person is 5 to 6
Oh, that's
feet.
true,
So it'd
that's
be
true.
like half of you. I mean, like a child.
But they're pretty lightweight because they're not fat.
That's true.
And they only eat blood.
And they only eat blood. I got some other theories here for us about the origin of this thing. Some people say it's an escaped U.S. experiment.
Okay.
Um,
Kind of like
and
Wolverine.
it's behaving like an invasive species.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of in favor of this theory. I wasn't when I started researching it, but it makes sense now concerning the history between the United States and Puerto Rico, because the U.S. has done experiments in Puerto Rico before, like some like non-ethical ones. So like example, dousing the country all the like food in birth control
Okay.
to like find out the effects on the population, and also testing bombs on nearby islands of Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So like some weird things are going on with Puerto Rico and the U.S. government. So FBI, please don't show up to my door. But I think you may have created the Chupacabra.
Now, when you say that, are you talking about one single Chupacabra or
Well, what if it's like
multiple?
a gremlin? What if
Is it
it's like
like
asexual, like reproducing being?
multiplication? Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Like once it's
It is reported to not have
Genitalia.
genitalia.
Oh my God. Yes.
And you can't feed them after midnight.
That's true. You can't. But it feeds itself after that because it's
Yeah.
escaped.
So it's just been like
Because-
pops
That's
out
an
the little
interesting
babies
link.
from its back.
Because check it out.
What if
How would it get from Puerto Rico to like Texas? Because Puerto Rico is an island, and Texas is like the landmass.
Well, if the spice can turn into wings.
yeah, that's
Oh my
true.
God.
It could fly.
Yeah. What
And
if
then just-
if Madeline Tolentino also watched Gremlins before she watched Species? It was like, oh yeah. And she willed it to it also as a gremlin.
Right.
What if that'd be pretty good.
So, I guess next I'm going to be talking about the actual devastation left behind by the Chupacabra.
Okay.
Talking about because it upgrades over its lifespan. It goes from sheep to goats to chickens to cows, which are considerably larger than either of those animals, any of those animals. And it's so the cow mutilations, and this kind of opens up a can of worms as well, but it's bloodless deaths. Usually pieces of them are removed, typically the genitalia.
Mm.
Maybe it's stealing the genitalia to try to use it as its own.
It's like taping it on.
Oh my God! Stop! No.
Okay.
So it just falls off.
There's no blood on the wounds or around the wounds
Mhm.
where these like cuts were made. And speaking of how they were removed, it looks surgical. It's like pristinely cut.
So he's a doctor.
And also, I found this. I did not know this, but domestic animals like dogs and cats are like really freaked out by these like carcasses. Like,
Yeah.
they will not go near them.
Really?
Yeah. And so people report seeing UFOs the night before they find their cows all dead, strange lights. Some of them report the Chupacabra,
Mm.
you know? So, like, I don't know.
Is he an alien?
Is the Chupacabra an alien?
Or is he an escaped, self-reproducing U.S. government experiment?
Or is he an
Demogorgon.
alien government? An alien experiment that's escaped.
It could
'Cause there's that theory to where it's an
Yeah, it's an
alien
alien.
or an alien byproduct that
that,
got loose from while the aliens were trying to dissect the cows, and they're like, "Hey, where'd little Fluffy go?" Little do they know, Fluffy's out there drinking all the blood.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I wouldn't know. I'm not the Chupacabra expert.
I will bring this up.
Oh.
I found this little tidbit while I was looking up the Chupacabra. I don't know if you guys heard about it. The El Vampiro of Moca.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I did hear about that. And that was around 1995, right?
1975.
1975?
Yeah.
It was before.
Earlier.
Yeah. What was
Okay.
that?
Give us the scoop.
All right. So in 1975, this is, what is that, 30 years?
20 years.
20 years before 1995, the Chupacabra showing up, there was a small town of Moca that experienced very similar things of livestock being killed, drained, pieces missing and like circular pieces of like ears missing.
Mm.
And it went on for at least a year or two, to where they just kept finding all these dead animals, kind of around Mocha. And then I think in 1997, it just stopped. Like it was like a year or two.
77?
I believe, yeah, 77, I believe. It was 76, 77. It was a real short period of time to where it just stopped. It went away.
It's an experiment. They tested it in the 70s, and then it got released in the 90s.
Or it like just takes really long naps.
Like
it.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's like the Puerto Rican Pennywise, but instead of like getting kids, he just gets goats?
Could be.
You'll all bow down here.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was like a little side bit that came up.
Yeah, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, so that's the Vampire of Moca. Just a real couple years of very similar puncture wounds on animals. No blood in the area, but in the 70s, so they really didn't know what was going on. Oh, and one description was something that was really like covered in feathers.
Really?
That was seen like jumping away from the area.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. So maybe the Chupacabra like was feathered, and then after 20 years lost the feathers,
Yeah.
and then after a couple years turned into a dog.
Evolution and adaptation.
Explain that.
Oh, I was just gonna share a story.
Okay.
This just shows how like inconsiderate and how much of a troll I was. First of all, one of the most annoying things about when you Google the Chupacabra on Google Images is one of the first pictures that shows up is of a genuine dog, like the literal ugliest dog on earth. Like I think it was awarded that title,
Aww.
the ugliest dog on earth. But one time I was in a parking lot and a vicious chihuahua I passed in a car started just barking at the window, and I took a video of it and then uploaded it to YouTube with the title "I found the Chupacabra," and then I deleted it soon after because I realized that it was inconsiderate and stupid. But
And the dog could have sued.
No, you should have left that up there.
possibly.
Because then I could have, like, even before I met you, I could have had an interaction with you through the Chupacabra. Which would be so wild. It would bring
Yeah.
everything full circle, but then you deleted it.
I did.
And so you ruined that
I'm sorry.
possibility. Somewhere in an alternate universe that happened, though.
Oh, real quick,
Uh-huh.
a little side note. The name the Chupacabra, where the name comes from.
Goat
Doesn't
sucker.
it mean goat sucker?
Yeah,
Goat
but
sucker.
there was this guy who came up with the name. His name was Salvario Perez, and he was like a morning comedy DJ.
Oh yes, I did.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. That's right,
this
yeah.
Guy, he's basically the guy in the morning who just tells bad stories and like plays one or two songs in between like 30-minute intervals of commercials.
Yeah.
And he coined the term.
He was like, "Yeah, you guys hear about this thing and it's going around sucking goats, like it's a Chupacabra."
I wonder if the audio exists for that.
Yeah, and if
Probably
he gets any
does.
royalties for it.
Probably
That-
not.
that's
There's
like
no way.
a cultural phenomenon the guy just made up.
He was just like, you know what would be funny? To just call it the goat sucker.
Yeah,
Like,
and everyone was like, "That's a good name. That's pretty cool." And he's just like, "I made it as a joke."
or maybe it was just like, I don't know, I guess that's the only name we got for it.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, it's better than big reptilian kangaroo with red eyes."
It's a mouthful.
That is.
But so is Chupacabra, to be honest.
Chupacabra.
Okay.
But it's got a
Alright.
good sound. Also, I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to say, but I used to go to this place. I don't know if it's still around. It was called the Jumpin' Juice in Java,
Jumpin' Juice and Job.
and it was a little like juice bar place, and they would play music. They would have live music like every Friday night, and for the music events, they called it the Jumpin' Chupacabra.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and the mascot was a little musical note with a chupacabra face.
All right.
We gotta go see that. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Please, if you have any inquiries, where you can find us at,
Cryptid Campfire Podcast at gmail.com.
and follow us on all the social medias. I refuse to share any of my social medias, but you can find me.
Until we start getting famous.
Yeah.
At Jasmine May W on Twitter.
All right, fine. At EJ Workshop. on Twitter.
Well, don't feel pressured.
No, I do. It's too late.
Sorry.
You
Peer
peer pressured
pressure.
me. Yeah.
Well, Alex just started his Twitter.
I know, I
today,
just started
so-
mine today. I gotta figure out what my name is, and then I'll tell everyone in the next episode. So tune in for that.
Cliffhanger.
So-
What is Alex's Twitter?